Now, relatives of patients with kidney diseases have asked government to include the cost of dialysis on the National Health Insurance Scheme. Now, this follows a notice for price increments circulated on social media. The patients fear that if this is not addressed, the cost could impoverish them, as some need the procedure twice weekly.
Relatives of patients here at the Kolebu Renal Dialysis Annex, aside worrying about the condition of their patients, were also anxiously waiting for the bill they will be served with after the session. A notice by the head of the unit at the center on Monday, September 25, indicating an upward adjustment in the cost of dialysis from the 380 cedis to 765.42 pesos, twice the amounts patients are paying. A disturbing notice for patients requiring hemodialysis twice a week. Proposed adjustments in dialysis at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital has sparked reactions in the public, especially on social media. Currently, patients on dialysis are required to pay 380 cedis per section, with which some come twice in a week. Now, with the new proposed increments, patients are required to pay 765.42 pesos per session, which means that a patient who is required to come for a session twice in a week will have to pay 1,530.84 pesos. Now the question is, how much does the average Ghanaian earn monthly to be able to afford this? I've been speaking with relatives of some of the patients here. Take a listen.
My husband, twice in a week. We don't have money, and it's going to affect us. It shocked us. Where are we going to get the money?
Selling something could have paid for 2 dialysis previously, but now it can pay for only 1. And aside the dialysis, you have to buy drugs and stuffs, go to x-rays, scans. It's all a lot. So I think the government should come in and reduce the price for us. We are begging.
Yeah, but no. Doctors in the kitchen say dialysis na yeah, but no. You bet us 700 and something for dialysis. Now, we be said then we pay that amount. I think 380. We say until Sisiano or Moshe Akolano Betty into Iskano. In terms of after dying or Omakachi and Yakwa Kutio commercial bank. For the meantime, you did count 1,000 for it, but any different way and Tisamana Omo check be benefit how you can go about it here.
However, management of Kolebu Teaching Hospital says the notice of upward adjustment of cost of dialysis at the facility is just part of its proposal processes, adding that the notice was just to serve as a proposal to the patients before it gets approval from Parliament. But relatives of patients here are asking government to rather add the cost of the dialysis to the National Health Insurance Scheme.
Because they say, Miss Minquejuma, and no, me braba pension, and see a best rabbi say, I'm my health insurance, and to cover. Because every day I'll be could be a yes, lap, cotrasi. See a rabbi, and son in Drew, so see a all my health insurance, and to me cover my. The government should come in to help the patients. We don't have the money.
Dialysis is a 4 to 5 hour procedure to remove waste products and excess fluid from the blood when the kidneys stop working properly. It often involves diverting blood to a machine to be cleaned. Normally, the kidneys filter the blood, removing harmful waste products and excess fluid and turning these into urine to be passed out of the body. Reporting for GH1 TV, I am Evelyn Araba Edu from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital.
A very worrying development there. Well, management of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital says that notice of the upward adjustment is yet to receive approval. Now, this comes after public backlash following circulation of a photo announcing an over 100% increment in the cost of dialysis. Now, in a statement released by the hospital, management acknowledged the intervention of philanthropists and stakeholders to subsidize the cost. The cost, however, will be increased after approval from management and then subsequent approval from Parliament. I have a copy of the statement issued by the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Let me take you through it. It says that this is to inform the general public that our patients that a price review proposal presented by the renal dialysis unit is yet to receive consideration and approval by management of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Any proposed fee will be forwarded to Parliament through the Ministry of Health for approval. It is only after the due parliamentary approval that any revised fees will be implemented. The hospital management appreciates the challenges confronting renal dialysis patients. We will continue, as we have done over the years, to collaborate with stakeholders and philanthropists to help subsidize dialysis reagents and services for the treatment of many patients. An outstanding example of this is the First Guy Group, which has approved free dialysis services over the past 8 years, with more than 200 patients benefiting yearly, a gesture that has tremendously improved the survival rate and quality of life of our renal patients. It ends by saying that management will continue to keep the welfare of our renal patients at the center of any discussions, and we welcome any other support from the public-spirited individuals and organizations in this regard. So that is the response of the hospital, Kolebu Teaching Hospital, in relation to dialysis treatment.